StockMentor.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stock mentor, Brian Johnson. And since Tuesday, guys, I brought it up then, and I'll bring it up again today. Nothing but bearish action, just straight down since then. We kind of kicked off the week. We were sideways along the 12.7 area, then this drop, back to retest, and since then it's just bled itself downwards ever since. Today, especially strong. It was finished at its lows, the internals confirmed, just an incredibly strong, nasty, straight down day for the bears. Every single time we push upwards, it's being sold off. So you have to keep that in mind going forward. At this point, I think we're getting close here now to some sort of a short-term bottom where we might see a bounce of some sort. But I'm so leery. Every time we bounce, it has been met by selling. Write it down and stick it to your monitors. So every time we go up, everybody, and I know there are, not I shouldn't say everybody, I know there are a lot of traders out there that just believe this is it, this is a bounce, go, get long, get long. And they're sorely disappointed when the thing turns around and absolutely dries itself up. And all of a sudden, that trade you had long is gone. Now, playing the bounces is fine. It's like catching a falling knife, though. Very dangerous. This trend is down. Stay with it. Until we are proven otherwise, stay with it to the downside. I don't get interested again for the bulls until we're back above 12.7. At this point today, right now, speaking to you, 12.7 for the Dow. We have to get back up into that area before I really start to think there's something serious going on, or maybe there's a bigger bounce going on, because right now I don't see it. So straight down, the next lower levels, very difficult to find, very difficult to kind of guess at. I'm kind of liking the 12.2 and ultimately the 200-day moving average. So let me show you that here. We drop below this 12.7. Remember 12.7, 13.3. Get in, take the short. It might not work the first time, but who cares? Keep going. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. We broke it. We went. If you got in below 12.7, it took a ton of time to wait and be patient with this, but the 12.7 mark was definitely the place to go. We're now 250 points into it. You're doing very well, doing nicely on that trade. 12.3, and then the 200-day moving average are what I'm looking at from that point on. Wow. It just keeps bleeding. So, a very, very good, strong day for the bears as we work our way down. I'm not convinced we're there yet. We're coming into Friday. It's options expiration week. Maybe there's some sort of happy, joy day put in. But as many times as we saw 5 straight up days put in on options expiration week in the bull run, we could very, very easily see 5 down days put in on the bear run. I will mention that some people are saying, boy, that would be a great move if we saw it bounce, and what would it do for options expiration? The truth is, I think the better choice is to drive it down. I think everybody's expecting a bounce. I think there were a ton of people coming into the week that were expecting a bounce by the end of the week, and they've been buying calls and buying calls and buying calls in the hopes that it would bounce before the end of the week. And all those people that are doing that with weekend expiration are getting absolutely destroyed right now. The play is down. It's been down. It will continue to be down. So we need to play it down. If we can. I think another move down just further buries, because coming into tomorrow, everybody's going to be thinking it's Friday. Oh, hey, we're going to go up. Okay, we might. I wouldn't be buying, first of all, I wouldn't be buying any options for tomorrow or that expire tomorrow, period. But secondly, if you're in calls and stuff, I wouldn't be trusting them right now. Every time we go up, it gets sold off by the end of the day. Nothing but bearish pressure down. So until we get back above 12.7, not really all that interested. Even if we pop tomorrow and completely run up 200 points, we have not broke anything from the bear side. It'll look good on paper and it'll smell nice over the weekend for those investors that just kind of weekly investors, but it means nothing in the bigger scheme of things coming into next week. It will take a major bounce to really get anybody's attention. So, for those of you playing along at home, 12.7 to the upside. To the downside, I'm liking 12.4, and then I'm really looking at this 200-day moving average at 12.2. NASDAQ, straight bleed to the downside, down 2% today. Very strong move to the downside as it stopped here, wandered around, and then that further drop, 25.50 was one of my entries here, along with there was a couple others back in here as well. But the 25.50 mark, 25.75 mark, acting as just it's knife through butter. None of it held up today. So everything still looking very, very bearish here. Are we ready for a stop, pause, break, bounce? Oh yeah, we're right there. I'm just not ready to say it's tomorrow. I'm just not ready to say that yet. So continue to watch this thing on the bleed to the downside. My interest in this lies back above 2600. Then I start to get interested in the NASDAQ again because Apple is getting cremated right now. So not doing well. NASDAQ, here we go again. Volume looks great. Move looks great. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Exactly what I've been preaching to you for the last 2 weeks, guys. It's been spot on. We got this breakdown below 25.50 and sayonara. See you later as we run back down into this 2500 area. Back below 2500. Next opportunity to maybe take a stab at the downside there. You got to manage it tomorrow. Got to manage it tomorrow. Any pushes to the upside, I'm just not trusting them. So if you're long tomorrow at all, do it on pins and needles. I don't recommend you hold long over the weekend. I don't care if we open 100 points up on Monday. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Stay with the move. So the move is down. Back below 2,500, looking for that. Breaking the 20-week moving average. Major. This 2,500 is a big, big, big area for the bulls to hold tomorrow. If it's going to make anything look nice and neat and pretty and cool, the weeklies have to stop right around this 2,500 by the end of tomorrow's trading. That ends that candle, and it really needs to, if it's going to give any semblance of bullishness, it needs to kind of stop there. Otherwise, we could be in for even a further free fall back into this 24, and who knows. I guess that'd be my next guess. Right now, bear's still in control. SPX 60 minutes, same thing. Quick bleed down. Here's a nice line that I put in for you guys to watch as we track this down. It also tracks the 20-period moving average very nicely here. All of this stuff is still very, very bearish. Even in the after hours, we drove our way down. Now, the futures are starting to bounce a little bit, which would be expected. Going to reset some indicators so that we're ready to bury ourselves potentially again tomorrow. And that's the way you see this work, especially with the markets themselves. They'll correct themselves overnight. I don't know if any of you watched the futures, but last night we had a jump of about 8 to 10 points in the futures. And I went to bed thinking, you know what, there's a possibility we could open gap up today. By the morning, by the time I got up, we were down 2. It completely erased it all overnight. So a huge bounce. 10 points in the after hours is a big move. That is a very big move. But by the time we all woke up, yeah, it's gone. Never mind. Don't pay any attention to that bounce overnight. So, wouldn't doubt if we saw some of that tonight, actually, to be quite honest. Just be careful in the morning, of course. From a daily perspective, breaking this 1340 was huge. 1360-65 area was huge. 1400 all the way down has been nothing but straight down. 1340 was really my bigger mark for you guys to watch, and look at how pretty that turned out. You're up, what, 40 points? Yeah, that's not small beans, guys, if you're playing along, especially if you're sticking with it. If you got out somewhere around in here, that's fine. That wouldn't have been my target for my trading, but if you got out, that's fine. My target is still somewhere around 1290, maybe even the 200 down here eventually, but I'm really digging kind of the, let's say 1280, 1290, 1300. This whole area down in here I really like for some sort of a break, stoppage, that type of stuff. Coming into, especially maybe even coming into the weekend. We'll see if that occurs. VIX back above 20, closing above 20, staying above 20, and driving itself upwards very, very nicely right here. This thing has been a monster to the long side. So the VIX looking good, confirming everything we'll see in the markets as the fear sets in. It looks at this point, unless there's some sort of stupid, major, crazy turnaround tomorrow, we will get a close above the $20 area on the VIX for the week. We haven't seen that since February. Look at that. So, fear coming back into the markets. and rolling hard with it. It's just really, really. Uh, Listen, the Bears look good. Technical analysis. I know I don't show you guys all the lines. Okay, my subscribers and da da da. Value added. You'll excuse me if I give them a little bit more of a value added service. I think I still do a pretty thorough video for the daily viewers, but the subscribers get a lot more. So there are lines within the subscribers videos, especially within gold and oil and whatnot, that were tagged perfectly. We're seeing such beautiful technical analysis out of the charts right now. It's it's really, really a sight to see. So the markets are moving beautifully right now as it is. If we stop here at the 50, whatever, 200, whatever, that's fine. But right now, the markets as a whole are moving really, really, really nice. We're getting in and near and close to what I think, if it's going to hold up, if this beautiful technical analysis is going to hold up, we should see a stoppage. Probably within the next, I don't know, maybe, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to put any days on it because I don't want to get anybody in or out of their positions. You manage that yourself. I will say that we are starting to get close. We should start to see the market slow down a bit to the downside. How about that? Let's leave it at that. We should start to see the market slow down a bit to the down. Wouldn't be surprised if we put in a hammer candle tomorrow or over the next week or so of trading. That might signify some sort of a move. But as it is, the VIX confirming everything. Technical analysis confirming everything. I don't use a ton of indicators, maybe a couple. All of my indicators that I look at are confirming the bear move. There's just no reason to be mega bullish in here yet. So don't be mega bullish. Don't blow your account up trying to guess a bottom. There will be time on the bounce. There will be time and opportunities to get in and catch a little bit back to the upside. You don't have to call that last penny. Don't blow it up. FAS working beautifully, trades in through here, all kinds of opportunities. I've given you levels and stuff over the last weeks. Right now, though, I'm a little stuck as we look at the daily. I'm a little stuck as to where to go. We've now closed below the 200-day moving average. My 85, 50 trade short for you was perfect. We got a nice 6, 7, 8 point run right here over just the last 2 days. That's a huge amount in just a couple of days, and I'm not sure we've seen the bottom. So I'm going to be very cautious around here, but I'm not going to recommend any more long or any more short for the time being until we get more and better information from FAS. If you missed the 80, I think I had a 93 in here and an 85 or something. Anyway, the 85 worked out great. That was a very, very nice trade to be able to jump in on if you got a chance at that. Made some money. Otherwise, I'm going to wait with that. Same thing with FAZ. So strong. My first entry was above 24. I put this one on for the subscribers, and we looked at 25, we looked at 26, we looked at 27 for our entries. Every last one of them have worked out because it's been nothing but parabolic. This looks like Apple. Straight up. We even broke out and above this thing, which is uber bullish right now. The financials are falling apart. I think there's more bad news to come. We just don't know what it is because we're the little guy. But I just really think the financial system is going to absolutely it's going to fall apart here sooner or later. More sooner than later, I think, but it's not doing well. Because of that, and because the FAS and FAZ follow the financials, we're seeing the type of market movement we are. It's just a really nice push right in through here. So FAZ on and upwards into these higher levels. Once again, we're so far extended, I really don't have much to talk about here. This break back here of the 20 and the 50, I talked about it on and on, yada yada. If you follow my videos, you know I was talking about this, talking about what a big, major move it was for the bulls, and if they could hold it, they were in great shape. Sure enough, they did, and away we went. And that's back at 23, so that's $4 or $5 trade for anybody that got in back in this area. Otherwise, 24 and some of the other ones on the way up, who cares? It's all money made. And this still looks really good to the upside. I'm just not ready to give you another entry yet because I don't know, I don't want to, hey, go long tomorrow and then it plummets. This thing's, we need a pullback or something. If you're in great shape, stick with it. If you're not in, maybe day trade it, but use lots of caution right through here, just until we get a better feel for how this is all working itself out. Okay, that brings you back to the beginning of the video, guys. I'll be back with you again next Tuesday. Just keep in mind, I'm not seeing anything in here that has me convinced bullish yet. I'm not calling out levels except for what I gave you in this video. Nothing more than just ideas on where things might bounce. I'm not saying they will, even at this point, because this bear push is just that strong. Remember that 4-month run to the upside? And I said, man, when this thing falls, look out. Katie bar the doors. Well, here we go. As quickly as we went up, we've come right back down again. Looking at the daily, look at this. We got stuck in, what was it, early January, in around this 12.7 area. We made 600 points straight sideways, and when the bears decided to roll, we've absolutely crushed anything and everything that was made from January. Gone. See ya. All right, I'll leave you with that. Love the videos. You'll really love the subscriber videos. Check them out. 28 bucks a month. If you are missing out on this move to the downside, take the mentoring. Write me about it. Call me about it. Whatever. Ask me questions. Let's get you into that course, because it's the one that's going to help you. If you don't know how to short, let me teach you how to do it. If you don't know when to short, let me teach you how to do it. Or when to get in and when to get out. It's what I do. These type of moves were, for the most part, really pretty simple to take. And then after that, it was just a matter of managing it. If you got short at the 12.7 and you're not still in, under my rules, you would definitely still be in this trade, and you'd be holding out until we see something, until we see some sort of a change. But any kind of a break, you would have been in this thing actually a long time ago. But regardless, even if you got in at 12.7 and followed, what I teach you guys in the mentoring, you'd still be way in this trade by now. So if you're not in this trade, maybe it's time to look at your own trading rules. And if you don't understand exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it, then it's time to give me a call. Find out. Maybe it is for you, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's not for everybody, but it might be right for you. So give me a call, send me an email, and we'll talk about it. See you guys next Tuesday. Bye.